Hmm.
Hi friends, I'm your teacher Atul sir. You must be feeling bored at home, right? I am too. But now technology is available. So with the help of this technology and our school has initiated this e-learning. So let's utilize this facility and continue our portion. Alright. So in standard 7, the first lesson is nutrition in plants. What is the name of lesson? Nutrition in plants. So we have to understand what is the meaning of nutrition. Nutrition means the utilization of food. Nutrition means the utilization of food for proper development of our body, right? Development like growth is there, then for bodily functions, and so many other activities are there. For that we need energy, and that energy can be utilized with the help of digesting nutrients. So in first lesson we are going to understand some important definitions. The first one is life process, second nutrition, third autotrophs, then heterotrophs, and photosynthesis. I'm sure photosynthesis, you must be remembering that right from third standard we have been learning the process of photosynthesis. As you know that photo means light and synthesis means putting together. This process is not at all new for us. But in this year, in lesson number 1, we are going to understand the importance of photosynthesis. So let's begin with the definitions. So nutrition, if you look at this, the process of taking in food and its utilization by body is called nutrition. It's called nutrition. So life processes. There are several life processes. As already I said you now, reproduction is there, proper growth is there, and so many bodily functions. So these are called the life processes. These are called life processes, the basic functions which allow living organisms to live on the earth. It's called bodily functions, or we can say that life processes. So nutrition, the process of taking in food and its utilization by body. Then as you know that green plants are called autotrophs. Do you know what is meant by autotrophs? Auto means self and trophs means dependent. The green plants which possess chlorophyll, one of the important component of photosynthesis process is chlorophyll. So chlorophyll, what? Chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is one of the important component. With chlorophyll, what is the other important components of photosynthesis process? They are carbon dioxide, water and minerals, and of course, what? The sunlight. The main ultimate source on the entire earth is sunlight. So this process we will understand, a process by which green plants prepare their own food is called photosynthesis. I repeat, this green. Why this green I said? Because the green part of the leaf is green because of the chlorophyll, that is nothing but green pigments. So this process is taking place in this manner. 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight gives C6H12O6. It is nothing but, it is called, we can say that, glucose. This is what? Glucose. And it releases carb oxygen. It releases oxygen. And that the reason photosynthesis process is one of the important process for entire living things. That the reason plants are called the best friend of human being. Now we will understand that what is the meaning of heterotrophs. Hetero. Hetero means depends on other. Hetero means depends on other organisms that cannot manufacture, prepare their own food. As they are unable to prepare their own food, the reason is that because they do not contain chlorophyll. As the chlorophyll is absent in them, and as a result, they are not autotrophs. They are called heterotrophs. So, hetero means depends on other. So, in this lesson, the main part of the lesson is autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs are the plants which prepare their own food in the presence of chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and minerals, and sunlight. So in this lesson, we are going to understand the autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. But I am sure autotrophic mode of nutrition we have been learning right from our standard third. So photo means light and synthesis means putting together. So which things they are putting together? That is chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and minerals and sunlight. Right. So later on, step by step, we are going to discuss in detail about the autotrophs. Now let's discuss about the other part of the lesson. The other part of the lesson is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So there are four kinds of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Number one is parasitic. Para means other, cytic means dependent. Number two is saprophytes. Sapro means decaying, phytes means plants. Number three is insectivorous. That also we have been learning right from third standard. And next one is symbiotic. Yeah, this one is important. Symbiotic is totally new word for us. So we will emphasize on this symbiotic, right? So let me shortly recap the lesson. This lesson is very important. Nutrition in plants. First, we are going to understand important definitions. These definitions, I expect you will by heart it, because until and unless you are not by hearting, you will not understand this. Okay. So life processes, the basic functions which allow living organisms to live on the earth. Then second one is nutrition, the process of taking in food and its utilization by body is called nutrition. The third one is auto. Auto means self and trophs mean dependent. Organisms which prepare their own food with the help of sunlight is called autotrophs. Hetero means the organisms which are depends on others for their survival. The next one is photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together, a process by which green plants prepare their own food. This is the chemical equation of photosynthesis. I think you can copy down this. It is my suggestion, you can stop this video and just copy down these all things, because I am going to give you homework depends on this. Okay, and please reply me your feedback. Give me your feedback. I want to know about whether you have understood this part or not. Daily 30 minutes video I am going to make for you, that you can sit at home and learn at home. So with the help of e-learning, we can understand, we can start the portion, right? As you know that show must go on. So I am very thankful to for our principal ma'am, which is allowing this e-learning for our students. So thank you very much. We will meet in our next video. So you just copy down these all things and learn them. Okay. So it's my humble request to all the students, please stay at home and cooperate to the government to fight against COVID-19. I hope you will understand, and please copy down this. We will meet soon. Okay, till then, bye.
Hello friends, I am your teacher Atul sir, and let's begin and continue to the lesson number 1, nutrition in plants. In our previous video we have learned about the autotrophic mode of nutrition, as we have learned that all green plants which contain chlorophyll pigments in their leaves are called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Leaves are the main food factory of the plant, because it is also known as kitchen of the plant. all the food is prepared in the all the food is prepared in the leaves with the help of chlorophyll, nothing but green pigments. Chlorophyll traps sunlight, water and minerals absorbed by the roots, and most important is stomata, which is responsible for the exchange of gases. When photosynthesis is taking place, then carbon dioxide is absorbed by the stomata, and in this process carbon dioxide is utilized and converted into oxygen gas. So photosynthesis is important. Now today, what is the main part of today's discussion is, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Students, as we have learned that there are two kinds of mode of nutrition, that is autotrophs and heterotrophs. Hetero means depends on other. Now there are four kinds of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are: number one, parasitic mode of nutrition. Number 2, saprophytes or saprophytic mode of nutrition. Number 3, insectivorous plants. And number 4, symbionant or symbiotic relationship. Now, one by one we will learn detail. So, first, parasitic mode of nutrition. Parasites means which are totally depends on other organisms. They are called parasites. Right? Are you clear? For example, in our home, evening hours, as you know that mosquito, they bite us. They bite us means actually they suck our blood. So mosquitoes are parasites. They suck our blood. In the same manner, plants which are not green in color means due to the lack of chlorophyll in them, they have to depend on other plant for their food. Such plants are called parasitic plants. The non-green plants which live on other plants to obtain their food are called parasitic plants. For example, in our surrounding many kind of parasites are there. Amarbel, or we can call Cuscuta, which is also known as dodder plants. Dodder plant is the best example of parasitic plants, which is yellowish in color, and this plant is totally depends on the host body. This plant is a guest, or we can say parasite, which totally depends on the plant on which it is lying, that is host plant. And there are some special kinds of roots which are present on the small tubes of this plant, which are called hosteria. Hosteria are special kind of roots which absorb digested food, or we can say that ready-made food from the plant stem. So next one is saprophytic bacteria or saprophytic plants. Many bacteria are saprophytes, not only bacteria. So some plants which are depends on the dead and decaying matter are called saprophytes. So let's learn the definition of saprophytic plants. Plants which feed on dead and decaying matter, which lives and feed on dead and decaying matter are called saprophytes. They are called saprophytes because as we have learned that sapro means dead and decaying and phytes means matter. So plants which are totally depends on dead and decayed matter are called saprophytes. Now example of these saprophytes are bacteria and fungi. Many kinds of fungi, for example mushrooms are there, mold is there, yeast is there. These all are the nothing but parasitic plants. Now next one is insectivorous plant. Friends, as we have learned that plants are autotrophs, they prepare their own food, they never change their place from one place to other. But because of photosynthesis, this is happening because of photosynthesis. But some plants, they are plants, they are green in color, but even though they do not get proper nutrients, nutrients means nitrogen. Nitrogen is one of the essential component of the food of the plant. When plant prepares their food, they synthesize proteins. And if the protein is not get synthesized, the development of the plant will not take place. So protein is essential component. And that protein is only produced in the presence of nitrogen. Some plants, they are though green in color, but they are growing in such a soil which is nitrogen deficient. Yes, nitrogen deficient means due to lack of nitrogen in the soil, they do not get proper nutrients. So in such case, to fulfill the requirement of nitrogen, they have to eat insect. Yeah, though they do not have teeth to eat it, then how they get and how they absorb the body of insect. So the insectivorous plants are also called partially parasite, or we can also say that they are totally not depends on insect because they are green in color. So the example of these plants are pitcher plant, Venus flytrap and sundew. These are the examples. I repeat again, pitcher plant, Venus flytrap and sundew. Do you remember that pitcher plant? The pitcher plant, the leaves are modified into vessel-like structure and lead, which is having a lead. So this special kind of arrangement is responsible for to trap the insect. For example, Venus flytrap is also there. They produces juicy fragrance. Which is attracting insect, and when insect they are sucking that juicy part in the leaves, automatically the leaves get closed, and in such a way they can trap the insect. So Venus flytrap is one of the example. And last but not the least about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition is a symbionant. Now symbionant plants, here nothing but the mutual understanding between two living things, or we can also say that the association, or we can say give and take relationship among the plants. For example, see here, plants which live in association with other plants which share shelter and nutrients are called symbiotic relationship or symbiotic plants. For example, certain fungi lives in the roots of trees. Why? Because fungi, they are having green color. So they can fungi, they do not have green color, right? Trees, they have green color leaves. So green color leaves are responsible for the photosynthesis, and fungi, it has special ability to convert this nitrogen into nitrogenous compound, which is important for plant for the protein synthesis. In this way they exchange the things among them, shelter and nutrients, which is one of the example of symbionant relationship. And another common example is lichens. Lichens, the association between green alga and a non-green fungus. Fungus are non-green and alga are green because they possess green color pigment, so they can prepare their own food. So here what happens? Fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the alga, and in return to that, alga is doing photosynthesis and preparing food for the plant. So friends, today we have learned that heterotrophic mode of nutrition. There are four kinds of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Number one is parasitic mode of nutrition. Number two is saprophytes. Number three is insectivorous plants. And number four is symbionant relationship. I hope this chapter you have understood. And what is the homework for today? You will go through all the diagrams of this lesson. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition, from the textbook you will get each and every diagram. Try to draw these diagrams in your notebook. Try to solve the exercise. And in our next module we will go for the lesson number 2, that is more interesting, which is called the nutrition in animals. Till then, take care, goodbye, stay at home and learn well. Thank you.